So a couple of things that I want to do while we're in Oaxaca is I want to do Monte Alban, which is right there. I think that's pretty close. There's the route. It's only 22 minutes away. Alright, last night we stayed at the Hotel Antiguo 410 for $35 a night, roughly. It's a hot shower and the baño. There's Bob's bed, there's my bed, and TV, even though we didn't watch any, and a nice view of the city. Good morning. Our first day in Oaxaca, and our hotel includes a continental breakfast, which I got the fruit and Bob got orange juice, which he's already drank. We had the choice between those two. It was one of our choices. And then the other choice was either tea or coffee, and we both got the tea.
Yes, I'm not happy with the internet connection. So far I have like 15 videos that are already made. I edited on my phone, and I have no way of getting them uploaded. So, in case you guys are wondering, we are still alive.
Mexico City, then Puebla, then Oaxaca.
And maybe I'll comb my hair next time. Maybe not. Shave? Maybe not. We're leaving our hotel in search of a department store, and then off to Atzompa, ancient ruins. And then later we're traveling to Monte Alban for the rest of the day. Really nice hotel. The only flaw was two. And it's the water in the sink ran continually all night long. No matter how hard you turn it to try to turn it off, it would not go off. And so I put a little soap bottle underneath it so it wouldn't make noise, and that worked out pretty good. In the morning, Rick found out if he just turned it the other way, like on just a little bit, it would shut off. And the other flaw was no internet! Really? No internet!
Scared me. I thought I was gonna run right into somebody. Yell like that when I'm trying to figure out where I'm going.
Oh yes, I can, and I did. Because one of the senoritas in the parking lot, as we were getting out, we were trying to cover the cameras and stuff with the hats and stuff, and she said that it wasn't safe to leave the cameras, which meant it wasn't safe to leave the car. The town of Oaxaca, and they have speed bumps like everybody else. Up and down. Love the way the trees overhang the street. Everybody's working again. Cool house under construction. And every town has a puppy. We're in a circus in town. Dogs are pretty dang smart around here. They know not to just run across the street.
Either that or the dumb ones don't make it.
Yep, I guess true.
I was impressed that the car went up that hill when we started this morning backwards cold. Usually I have just very minimal reverse. It has to be like flat ground, floor to flat. Very uphill.
Very steep. I don't know if you can see the angle out this way any better. There's the town back there. Atzompa, not far from Oaxaca, was interesting, but video wasn't allowed. There was always someone watching us. Many parts didn't even allow photos. It might have been because there was a team of experts restoring much of it. Back on the road, taking in more sights of rural Mexico on our way to Monte Alban, the much larger of the two ruins. What's that up ahead? It looks like a dog. Is another dog sleeping in the street? Monte Alban. Monte Alban. Really? They're gonna make us pay to videotape? It's the columns.
Looks like it had holes drilled in its head.
Man, look how straight that guy's teeth are. They're like perfect, maybe a little bit out in the front. Other than that, they look pretty good. Top one's not so much. And what we're gonna see today, except for the real thing.
Burial site?
We're definitely in a burial site.
Are you allowed to go down in there?
I don't see any signs up here to say you can't. No, they would have blocked it off, I think.
Yeah, I smelled something. Couldn't figure out what it was. Fall, Bob.
Not gonna fall. It only counts if you hit the ground.
It's pretty interesting. It's got like little knob-like things on the bark. It almost looks like cotton up on the branches up there. I was wondering if that was part of the plant or if that's like some kind of insect that's that. Maybe it's the seeds.
Definitely a big difference between the sun and the shade. We're in one of these really huge trees.
And it feels like it's like 80 degrees.
And out there it's like 99. Just found out we can't use our tripod as a tripod. So we have to only use it as a selfie stick.
I don't understand why, as long as it's not on the ruins. But, oh well.
And this is part of the ruins.
Pretty cool.
This is a lot more interesting than the one we saw this morning, I think.
I'll save the best for last.
Now this is cool. Some kind of huge arena, or I guess maybe the town marketplace at the time, I don't know. Flat, perfectly flat. Yep, more steps. Look at this. Little tiny rocks in here. This little wasp shows up out of nowhere.
A little bit of decoration.
I don't know if it's decoration or the fact that sometimes when you get concrete kind of thick, it likes to crack. So by putting something in it, like bigger sand or rocks, keeps it from cracking around the edges, but also adds a nice decorator's touch.
See, I thought if I brought you to this one first and then brought you to the other one, then it'd be like, what'd you bring me here for?
This is why Ricky's so smart. He always reads these signs.
100 years before Christ.
So in English, what does it mean? What is this thing used for?
Something lost in translation?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe the next sign will tell us.
Okay.
Let's go.
I like real simple ones, like the one I gave you. This is like the center of the marketplace where everybody hung out. But that's probably right.
Whether it's right or not, it's simple.
Yep. Oh, I get it. The sun lights up this directly twice a year.
Maybe that's the hole.
It's something like the sun goes over just right twice a year, and I guess it lines up the hole just perfectly and actually lights up underground there, the tunnel and all that.
That last sign said 100 years before Christ.
100 years before Christ this was built. By hand. They didn't have big equipment to move all the rock and all that stuff. This was done by hand in carts. Maybe some animals. They like animals in Mexico, so I'm going to give the animals some credit. One time there was a roof on that, I guess, or something up there. I talk like I know what I'm talking about, but I remember from the picture, they had some roofs on some of these things.
Remember the museum? They had a little model.
Yep.
Showed how they put the wood across the roofs, kind of crisscross, and then looks like they put straw and then some kind of mud on top.
Rick is being entertained by a little wasp or bee or something right now.
I wore the wrong color.
They like him. You know, the butterflies liked him too.
Are they biting me yet?
Not yet. Oh, I was lucky today in town. We found a 1 terabyte hard drive for about 74 American US dollars, and I bought it. So hopefully we can fix our computer problem with storage. And yes, I'm a tourist. Taking video with one camera, and I got 2 hanging right here. You don't get any more touristy than that. Yeah, I got my hat on today. A little hot out here. There's Rick, cooling off underneath a big tree. Our tree has these little round things. Don't know if it's something edible or not.
No, until you eat it, Bob.
No, but the sign says no touching the trees.
Probably. What if it falls on the ground?
Then I still won't eat it. Looks kind of neat. Looks almost like elephant skin. Like it's stretching. Always nice to have Wiki around.
I just read the sign.
Yeah, but I didn't. I looked at it. Yeah, looking for our cotton tree. Don't see it over here. There's one of the cotton things from the cotton tree. Looks like a bird flying, a white bird. Rick's taking advantage of a couple seconds of shade.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Well, it doesn't climb by itself.
Big steps. I don't think these are OSHA approved.
No center handrails, only on the edge. I'm pretty certain it wasn't there when they built this place.
Any steeper and I would have had to crawl up.
They do have cactus in Florida. It's not in quantity.
And we don't eat them in Florida.
Yeah,
But we probably should. I don't see why we don't.
For one, we didn't know you could until the other day.
Yeah, that's true. Wise priests or healers were able to communicate with the gods by ingesting fermented juices of plants such as maguey, mescalagare, tuna, tobacco, mushrooms, peyote, and marijuana with hallucinogenic properties were also used.
Has a lot of carvings. One up top to me looks like a monkey, but I'm sure it's not. It looks like a monkey.
And it kind of represents conquered peoples, and we just kind of advertise how powerful they were. I looked in here and got some pictures, and then I was wondering if this was the original ceiling or not, and I realized that it can't be because it looks like they put newspapers across to pour the header. Bob, you got your backpack right into the cactus. You're
Really?
gonna have to pull out all the thorns.
I believe you. I don't see it though, but yeah, I can hear it. And this little tree has thorns. It looks like Rick has been whooped.
Scared?
We're on our way to Guatemala. I've got a car that I paid $180 for 3.5 years ago.
You're kidding.
And after it lasted 2 years, I said, this thing's Call it the Miracle Explorer. I put a little badge on the back that says Miracle.
What kind of car is it?
It's a 1996 Ford Explorer. And my car, the transmission had just gone out. And I was looking for a car, just like $1,000 car. I don't know why we did it, but I haggled. And we agreed on 175, and then I handed him 200. And
That makes the story even better, though.
yeah, and he was like, wait, there's 200 here. I'm like, I'm really embarrassed that I haggled over a $200 car. And he's like, well, the gas tank's on empty, so here's 20 bucks back. So that's how the 180 came about.
Y es un cargador de agua. Por la
Carries the water, agua?
de water, ajá. Sí, por la vasija. Y tengo un anciano. Un anciano. En inglés, ¿cómo se dice? Una gente vieja.
Face, beard, hair.
Base view.
The beard,
Ajá. Sí, es Huehueteotl.
Okay.
El dios del fuego. ¿Sí comprende?
No, but it's okay.
¿De dónde vienes tú?
Where do we started in Florida.
¿Florida?
Yep.
Oh.
And 3,000 miles. Just a long drive. Old car. Thank you. Adios. And take a look at this. If I didn't know better, I'd swear some little kid did this when this tree was really little. But look at this. It's braided, kind of. This one goes around, this one goes out, this one comes up. Look at that. This place just goes on and on and on. It's almost like this is a whole city up here. Rick will probably tell me later on that it is.
It is.
They won't let us climb on all this stuff. We have to kind of walk around. All these rocks out here have carvings on them. Yeah, hard to decide what they say. Yeah, these are much easier to see. Are you hungry, Rick?
I was very hungry. And this tastes really good. I'm not sure if it's really good or if it's just that I'm really hungry, but I'm loving it.
You saw the main part, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And it's way, way bigger than you even think it is.
Now we're ready to leave Monte Alban and head back to the Oaxaca city center, where hopefully we'll find a hotel that is closer to the city center and has good Wi-Fi.
I do believe buses come up and down this thing too. Well, I guess it's the rule of the biggest vehicle wins. Whoa, Millie! Driving around, having fun. High rock cliff face there. Into the shortcut into town. And that little dog sleeping in the gutter. His legs are right down the road. Yeah, I'd get up too if I was you, dog. Watch out for that bus. Remember, priority goes to the bigger vehicle. Ricky said that's called a tuk-tuk in Guatemala. Sleeping upside down. He's enjoying life. Look at this.
You get that?
Yep, it's on there. I got it. It's cool looking.
Did I just hear you, Oaxaca?
No, Oaxaca. Said it wrong 100 times, but I believe that one time is the correct way. There's 3 people on a moped.
I stopped to park and it put car type Miracle and my license plate number. We found hopefully secure parking, downtown hotel. So-so Wi-Fi, they say, which is better than no Wi-Fi. And a parking place right near our room.
It feels very safe walking around here. There's a lot of even single girls, it looks like, just walking around. So, and there's cops almost at every major intersection. So, we don't really see much of a danger be walking around this town, at least the central part of the town.
You just have
at
to
night.
make sure that you're in the touristy area where it's safe. I'm sure there's other places you wouldn't want to be. Stuff.
I don't even know what kind this is. It looks like it might be blackberry, but I don't think that's right.
Uva's grape.
Oh, grape.
I got chocolate chip.
Hey, there's a cotton tree. Looks kind of cool. I don't even know what that is. It might be a church because it's got a bell up there.
Looks like once we finish our ice cream, maybe we can go in.
Yep. One of the trees in the Central Park area is just huge. A lot of people out here. A lot of people, even little kids.
You know what churros are, don't you?
Bugs? They sell bugs to eat here? It's an outdoor grocery store, it looks like. Purchase. There's a bug. Pretty, very pretty.
Not the same with the chili?
Yeah. Hey.
Mismo para...
A little bit spicy. It's got chili pepper on it.
Yeah.
But it's good. The thing's lit up with lights and the ground shining straight up. Really cool statues all the way up. Look at that.
Steve.